Greetings, fellow Dagorans, and welcome to Saturday, the 16th, 2014 episode of SOM Weekly. A day late again, but work, stuff, things happen.
Work, like,
yeah.
What was happening yesterday? I was at work yesterday. No, I wasn't. What was happening yesterday? We was busy, I know that.
No, I mean today, because we was going to do it this morning, but I was at work, and then we couldn't do it tonight because she was at work, so we're doing it late at night. So, and I'm at work early in the morning, and I'm risking losing my 8 hours. Well, I am losing my 8 hours sleep. So the things I do for Dagora TV. Right, a pretty jam-packed episode because they're at Gamescom, and their press event hasn't taken place yet. So, but nothing's really been released except a little Sauron Servants trailer on the first day, and we will be covering and dissecting into that. There's a few screenshots that have been released by Polygon magazine. We covered about trophies and achievements that are going to be in the game. Then we go into some new things that are on the Wikia. Then me and George are going to have a little hot topic debate before we head into our community segment, and then me and George have an announcement to make at the end of the episode.
A couple of announcements, really.
It's a couple of announcements. Well, yeah, actually, it's one big announcement.
One big announcement.
Yeah.
It's only going to benefit you, and it's good.
Good. Well, you'll see at the end of the episode. But anyway, first off, as you'll see coming on your screen right now is the Sauron Servants trailer released on the first day of Gamescom, which is in, is it Cologne, Germany, George?
Cologne, yes, I've been there. I've been there. Nice little city.
Cologne, Germany. Which is where Bertrand Traore of Chelsea has just gone on loan a few days ago. And now, in the trailer we kind of see more into the story of Shadow of Mordor, and and we see his wife, flashback of his wife getting killed, a few of the kind of some of the human black captains, in Mordor kind of taking shape, and it's seen a bit more character development in the trailers.
It looks really good. It makes, again, when you watch it, it kind of to me, the cinematics look better as well since when we first saw them as well, if you know what I mean. Yeah, the cinematics do. Yeah, they look like animated movie quality, when I first saw the cinematics, when we first saw the story about what's actually happening.
Yeah, it looked a bit iffy. Yeah,
I'm sure the animations of the face looked a bit jagged a bit and stuff, but I might be wrong here. It's just how in my memory it does seem a lot better animation wise, and how it's smoothness. This game is looking better and better every single time we see it, and graphical wise and gameplay wise. And like I've said before this was I was just a side man who just said, "Oh, that sounds cool." Now I'm more of a person who's actually really looking forward to playing this game and getting involved.
Yeah, and graphical change is kind of something that that is going to be touched up on, because he said Michael the player said that all of the new features and everything that was going to be added into the game has been added quite a bit ago, and for the past couple of months now they're just kind of touching up on stuff, building hype, and then they seem pretty confident in everything. That's why they brought the release date forward. Yes,
it's really good, and it's pretty good. Again, moving forward, like we said last week, it's always a good. It's obviously showing that they're happy with the game and they're ready to release it as soon as they're ready, wherever we can. The game's probably obviously finished. They're just fixing it obviously a couple of last bugs, and now they're just trying to advertise the shit out of it. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen a TV spot for it yet or something like that.
Yeah, we'll probably get one probably in about a couple of weeks, because it's still over a month to go until it comes out. So, there is. Can you remember 2-3 months ago, George, when we was doing it, and there was on about magazines on about, because it's Warner Brothers games, between Batman, Arkham Knight, and Shadow of Mordor having a bit of maybe a bit of having a go at each other because of sales, kind of thing. In terms of sales, have a bit of a battle, and with Batman Arkham Knight, there's nothing in the way now of Shadow of Mordor. So some people that was kind of going to be a bit insuvo for maybe buying one, they can buy Shadow of Mordor and then go on to buy Batman. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think, like we said, we're going to stream. I think we're not actually going to upload many Let's Play of this game. We're going to stream it all. I think that's what.
Because
we're saying, as you can see by the changes to our channel, what's been over the last 3 months, we literally don't do Let's Plays anymore.
Yeah.
It's a thing because the audience what brings in with Let's Plays can be a bit iffy.
Yeah.
Depends what kind of games. Like with FIFA, like we've lost 6 subscribers this month, and me and Connor's predicted it was from when we used to do FIFA, and they were like the younger age.
Yeah, like ASI, KSI, James Nets, and kind of like now we've got a mature audience like you lot. So which is great.
Like,
Credit
which
to
we
you
want
guys.
to maintain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see like, and then what else we also see is kind of like a little bit of conflict between Talion and the Wraith he's connected to, Calimbrimore, when Talion goes up to him and goes, "Stand up and fight." So
that's what Troy Baker said. That's one of his fastest favourite scenes to do. The conflict between the two characters. He says he loves doing that in the video which
we covered last week.
Last week. Yeah, last week. He says they're his favourite scenes to do because they're so well written and they're so well done that if they just, when you watch it, you see that you actually see the conflict between them, and you like, it's more of a supposedly like the relationship grows between the two. Like they originally at the start were like they don't like each other whatsoever, but then they realise they have to work together to fix this.
Yes. So yeah, it's interesting about the game.
Really good game.
Yeah, and plus someone like Troy Baker, who's been in quite a lot of video games recently.
He's played one of the biggest voice actor in video gaming, I would say, because he's in everything. He's in every fucker.
Yeah, he's
Far Cry 4. He's in this. He was in Last of Us, which is doing incredibly well again.
Infamous as well.
Infamous. He does every fucker he can do, and he always seems to do big games.
Yeah, he's the Meryl Streep of video games.
Yes.
Yeah. So
sometimes kind of, by the way.
Well,
you know, like the USB light I said I bought earlier.
Yeah.
I broke it.
Oh, no, well, that's good.
Rest in peace, like.
Yeah. We also get a dynamic look into the Wraith world, as it appears. Calimbrimore is employing Talion as a guide to help them gain freedom from the Wraith world, which is something like a twist on the story, really, because like the game has kind of been advertised as using this Nemesis system to kind of get back at Sauron, and where this little conflict inside where Calimbrimore is going like, we can fight to help each other. So, and then it shows a bit of conflict with the fair Sauron in the Wraith world. So like it's showing like two cities fighting inside the Wraith world as well as fighting in Mordor as well. So just you're fighting on kind of two different planes, really.
Yeah, it's good. And by the way, never go to a IGN article. The comments in it are so bad. I mean, I was looking for the Wraith video, and I've just think of you now, Connor, and it was saying, it's like, so where is it? It's like saying Assassin's Creed again, and shit like that. And it's like, for fuck's sake.
It's past that big time now. It's
and
past.
Someone says Talion looks exactly like Viggo.
Viggo Mortensen.
He's off Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, off Aragorn. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does a bit actually. Well, I won't say.
I saw the picture. He does.
Yeah.
Don't see. Where is it? It's kind of the comment's a bit annoying.
Yeah. So yeah. So what go back to what I was saying before is that it's kind of showing like a fight across two different planes of the world, really, which kind of really hasn't been delved into before. And is that something you find exciting, George? Kind of going into two different kind of realms to kind of do the story.
Wraith mode does look really cool as well. How it actually looks, it looks pretty cool.
It does, yeah. The artwork, to be honest, it's changed. Like it was really, really bright. Do you remember to start off with?
Yeah.
I think they've toned it down a bit because like when it was like ridiculous, like on another level of bright, and like it just looked a bit weird. Now it kind of looks a bit more. It looks more fluent.
I've seen the transitions between when you combat, when you're actually in combat, when you transition, like the transition between real world and Wraith like battle mode. The transition looks really cool as well. Like for like whole world just like boom.
Yeah.
And then that looks cool, and that's it. In Wraith mode, is like everything slowed down? It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it depends on the abilities you use. So like You can have abilities that slow down time. You can have abilities that make you speed up. You have abilities that can make you do a shit ton of stuff. It's your choice. Your abilities, which is good. Choices are always a good thing in any game.
I really can't wait for this game. It's probably game I'm anticipating loads. It's changed so much over the last couple of months. I can't wait to play this game. Especially getting into Lord of the Rings a lot more, doing the lore series and watching the movies and reading the book, The Hobbit. Getting into Lord of the Rings a lot more, and it's good.
So I'm gonna kind of go on a limb to kind of explain some of the story, because we had got a few different points out on the wiki saying what's the actual what do you think the story is really going to be, and that I thought I could kind of answer it in this kind of segment, and it's kind of Celebrimbor is one of the 9. He's a wraith, so he's a servant of Sauron in the normal life, but when he goes into the fair, so when he's in real world, he can't act on his own if Sauron calls upon them, whereas in the world of the Wraith world, he's kind of more of himself and is kind of battling against Sauron to kind of be released into free life. When Sauron, being the evil dickhead that he is going, "No, you're mine." So then Celebrimbor's found a way to contact Talion through the Wraith world, but in the real world, if you know what I mean. So he's sort of still in the Wraith world, but he's talking to Talion while he's in the real world. So he can still kind of act on his own accord. So he's kind of being a good guy, but also if he goes into his normal shape, he's the bad guy then, because he's doing Sauron's orders. So it's kind of it's weird, but they're gonna they'll explain it in the game. It's going to be something that will be detailed on dramatically, and there is a few rumours going on the internet that are saying that they don't think it was Sauron who actually killed Talion's family. They think it's going to be Celebrimbor who killed his family, and so then he could use Talion to fight Sauron, and then Talion doesn't have a choice or something like that. That's what they think. The
thing is, I read someone, will you fight Sauron? Will you? No, you won't, will you? Because a point of the end game is to think that you feel achieved and that you've actually done something. And if you fight Sauron, you're not going to win because it's in the Lord of the Rings films, which is after this film. So
technically, his eye in his mouth is.
So you're not gonna fight Sauron, I don't think.
Sauron. Maybe there might be a little duel, maybe.
Maybe halfway through the game or something, you have a battle with Sauron, and you get your ass kicked or something, and that's when you kind of realise that
you have to do it on the You
have to affect him in a different way, when actually fighting him, kind of style. You have to defeat him without actually fighting him. Like weaken his army or shit, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good, because he did say that the first part of the game is mainly going to be the easiest if you kind of mushing around, killing stuff, things like that, and that's what the first half of the game is going to mainly be. And the second half using the nemesis system, so that could be it. The first half you are going around killing stuff, then found Sauron, and then trying to fight with him and lose, and then you think oh shit, I can't fight him. I'm going to have to use a different way by using his orc hierarchy, and then using your Wraith mode abilities to use your nemesis system. So that's a good theory, George.
I feel found.
Yeah.
So I think I predict that you'll have a battle with Sauron and get your ass kicked, but then you have to affect him differently by weakening his army.
Yeah.
Then shit like that, something like that happen.
Yeah.
And if it does in the game, I'm gonna make a video of me running around the world naked. Probably won't happen, but I'll be happy because that was fine.
Yeah, well that's anyway. What I put on the next point is that it seems that there's going to be 2 different ways that they're going to get to Sauron. One through Celebrimbor dwelling with Sauron in the Wraith world and using Talion as his employee, so to speak, and Talion trying to relinquish his forces in the real world. So, that's our theories anyway. And the next point that I've got is that we see the fair Sauron, which is what Sauron would be like if he was like a normal guy in the real world without any of the ring shit. He was the guy, with long hair. The kind of the really white guy with long hair near the end. It's like a minute in, I think.
Yeah, I'm just watching it. Oh, shit, what was my video? Yeah, I watched. Keep talking now.
Yeah.
Watching the background,
Well, he's the guy with long hair anyway, and I just put that Sauron has long hair because I didn't expect him to have long hair, so I thought that was cool.
Is it? I thought he can't be in his human form anymore.
He's not. That's why it's in the Wraith world. That's when we see him when he is kind of in his like human form.
So you can see his human form
In there, yeah, but he's not really in the human form because he's not in the actual world.
So it follows the law.
Yeah.
Keep people happy.
Yeah. Even though there'll be someone goes and was like, it don't follow. And
is it the guy who's actually fighting? No, that's the servants. Shit, right.
Is that nearest the end? Would you know when you see Kalimba
Is he wearing a helmet?
Yeah. I think so. Can you see kind of like hair coming down? He's got long hair anyway. But
is
it don't
just
matter.
before the last scene? Right?
Yeah.
He's wearing a helmet.
Yes.
He's got really shiny silver armor.
That's him.
That's him. Oh, when you saw that in the first film, didn't you? Like a big picture of that. Didn't you?
Oh no, that you're thinking of the Nazgul. No, yeah, you're thinking of something else. Yeah, well, we'll move on now to the.
Isn't he?
Sorry.
He's a big motherfucker, isn't he?
Well, he is. Yeah, he's kind of half god. Yeah. So yeah, we get to some new screenshots through Polygon magazine, and all of them are going to be kind of like flickering through your screen now, and apparently there's demand to get screenshots of Gollum in the game. So and we've actually got screenshots of Gollum, and like Gollum does look like he's kind of menacing, and he looks exactly as he does in the films, which is good. And like I didn't expect him to not look like they did in the films, if you know what I mean.
Gollum's obviously a thing. What people are quite happy about with him being in the game.
Yeah, he's a cameo from the films that people are going to enjoy.
Yeah.
So,
I really hope there is something. I don't want any fight, like you said. I don't want any interaction with hardly any characters from the film. But I just want to see like a character in the distance just walking past or something like that, like an Easter egg.
Yeah, exactly. Like Mike the Liar in the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, a thing you can't do, but you just see it in distance and piss yourself because you didn't see it happening.
Exactly.
You want stuff like that where you just make like, oh, that's quite cool, and then you carry on with your game.
Yeah. Because like it adds to the enjoyment of the game, and like I'll just show you the screenshots now, George, so you can see them. And
I
think there's 5 screenshots. There's one that you'll see with Gollum's face looking to the camera, looking evil, which he looks really good, to be honest. Gollum, he looks like the best I've seen. And then you see my favourite one, at least, is Kalimba and Talion talking to Gollum, which shows that they're going to use.
Question: does Talion fight with you, or is that
you are Talion?
No, I mean the Wraith.
Kalimba, I think so, because this is kind of
looking at a screenshot.
The final one, yeah.
Yeah, it's him fighting with you. I'm making Connor do editing here, but it's on your screen right now. And is that just showing him like? Is that like a before of what you're doing kind of thing, or is that him fighting with you?
I think it's him fighting with you. I think he must find a way throughout the game to kind of come along with you, sort of thing.
Mum. What do? Sorry about that. My mum would tell me to be quiet because she's off to bed. Because it's 10:11 at night. Like we said, dedication for you guys.
Yeah.
You could either him be fighting with you, or it's like before you. You know what I mean? It's like. I think rewind of him what you're doing. But I think it's you fighting with him.
I think it's him fighting with you. I think he must have found a way to use himself, but in the real world, and to try and like get rid of some.
Is that possible? Law-wise,
yeah, it is. Yeah, well, look at Talion flickering into Wraith mode. He can do it.
So it could be a part when you're later on in the game. Maybe you're powerful when you two are working like as one. But
yeah.
It can also be beneficial when you two are working together when you got a huge group of people, kind of thing.
Exactly. I don't think it's going to be a regular recurrence. I think it might just be a specific part of the story, like a special part or something.
Yeah, maybe towards the very end or something.
Yeah. But my favourite screenshot's the second one. Which is,
I saw that. That's really cool.
With it shows Talion and Kalimba looking at Gollum, and it looks like they're going to get information from him about, probably about Sauron, because we know that Gollum does get captured and tortured, and to get all his information about him, to know what Sauron's next move is going to be, to possibly plan against him, something like that.
These screenshots benefits my point I made up earlier that this game looks fucking cool.
It does, and he's These are all done on the PS4. All
The-
these screenshots are
The
done on the
Wraith
PS4.
mode looks the Wraith cat like what's his name again? I keep forgetting his name.
Kilimbrimor.
Kilimbrimor, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
It's hard to
you got
say,
it
so
right.
forgive me, guys. He looks really cool. He
Yeah.
looks really cool. How like the ghost.
His armor and everything. It looks.
It's like like the aura around him kind of thing.
Yeah.
It looks really cool and.
This gets excited like you said before in the pre-alpha. Like if you look at the pre-alpha, I put the pre-alpha on in every single video that we do with Shadow of Mordor, and I go to the end one straight after it. You can tell the difference is drastic between the two, and it's just exciting. And
this is beta game, obviously, everything now, and it's near full version.
yeah.
The gameplay they'll be showing you now is near enough for a game what you're going to buy, just with a couple. Literally, that is going to be the game you fix. Maybe a little bit now then, but all they're going to be concentrating now is all the bugs for the errors, the game breaking bugs and stuff.
Yeah.
But how many years has this game been in development?
Sorry.
How many years has this game been in development?
Didn't we say 5? I can't really fully remember, to be honest.
I have a quick Google search. But
Yeah.
keep going.
And then the other screenshot is just I think it's an Orc War Chief in some pretty cool armour. The armour looks pretty fantastic, and in the back you see a nice little black captain just stood there with his hood and robes, which again look really cool. And the rain, it just looks fantastic, and his eyes are scary. Yeah.
Yeah. Development.
So
I can't actually find out when it was actually started development.
So
but the game got announced in
November.
In August
Or
2013, in
August.
August 2013, Ice League and won this picture working on a title. So this game got leaked in 2013.
Yeah. So 2013 was when. So when it was announced, so
It was leaked. It was announced early this year.
Well, no, because
Late
that's 10 minutes.
last year.
Yeah, late last year. So yeah, that's the screenshots for it. Like it's showing now the game. The game does look beautiful. Yeah, they are screenshots, so they are going to show the best of the game. But at the end of the day, this is in-play footage, like it says in the article. This is like screenshots that have been taken whilst playing the game. So like, other than the first one with Gollum, you can definitely see the fourth one is in game. The second one, probably not. The third one, probably not. But like the second one probably is, and the fourth one definitely is, through the fighting. It looks good.
It looks very good. It's like you said, Shadow Mordor looked very greeny and nice. But in the screenshot, you see the sky and everything's dark and it's gloomy.
Yeah,
it looks really.
It
good.
looks right. It looks right.
It looks really good. I'm just looking forward to this game now.
Yeah.
Oh, have you noticed that Gollum killing's got one leg? No, that orc, whatever's got one leg.
Yeah, the stump.
It's got a stump.
Yeah. Anyway.
Because surgery's well in Middle Earth.
Yeah. Anyway, right. This next point, I believe, is going to bring up a bit of discussion.
Okay.
Because there's trophies and achievements that are in the game. That you get them in every game on PS4 on console, and there's going to be 41 trophies for the PS4.
Yeah.
And so in the game, and I think when they released the full list on the wiki page and on the Wikia, and you can I'll put the link in the description for the full list. There was too many to name, so I'm going to read out some that I found interesting, that features that have not been announced but have kind of been, I think, teasing a little bit. Is that they said one of the achievements was complete all Arcan Legend missions, complete all Azkar missions, complete all Vendetta missions, complete all hunting challenges, complete
hunting.
Complete a survivalist mission, collect 100% of artifacts and listen to their memories.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff we have not heard of before.
Exactly. So like, we know that I looked into Arcan and Azkar because I thought we've heard of them some point in the game, and Azkar is the name of his dagger and Arcan is the name of his sword. So they're the names of the weapons. So I don't know how that's going to come into play. There must be some.
Maybe it just means. Is there a description of all achievements or?
They're the description of the achievements.
Oh, so maybe it says complete a mission with Joni using that weapon. I don't know.
Or they could be. I'm not sure. Or there could be something to do with runes or something like that. With gaining runes with them weapons or something like that. I'm not
The thing what I
sure.
saw were hunting missions.
Exactly.
Does that mean hunting people, or actually hunting for food, or?
That will be It could be hunting orcs. Like that could be something that. Because that could be about. I don't know. When I see hunting and vendetta and survivalist, hunting like swings out at me as something that like is kind of like killing the wildlife, and like maybe skinning them or something like that. And like that again, like hunting.
Maybe this game is going more towards the
Open world. They've always advertised it as open world.
Playing. Like you have to actually think about all crap. Maybe before you go and fight, you want to eat or get medicine down, so you get more of a chance of surviving.
Yeah. And yeah, and then there's these vendetta missions and like I think
Vendetta assassination, like in I can't remember what should be.
Vendetta's kind of like a revenge kind of thing.
Vendetta. There's a film like Vendetta in Britain. A blood feud in which a family of a murdered person seeks vengeance on the murdered of the murder's family.
Yeah. So like,
it's Simon getting vengeance on his family. So these are missions which mean they are linked to the
main story.
Linked to the killing of his family.
Yeah. And then you get
yeah, okay.
And then it's put in this, but one thing that did catch my eye is that, do you know when I say complete all Arcane Legend missions, it said all Arcane Legend missions, so it sounds like there's going to be different levels of missions in the game.
Maybe that's a question. We can answer the question for that.
Yeah, so like
Connor's like, as Connor 95 said, how would difficulty work? Maybe that's how it works. Like missions have different difficulty.
Yeah, well, we'll answer that when we come to the community segment. And then another thing that they said is that complete a survivalist mission. So it sounds like these are going to be these kind of rare missions in the game that, well, that you kind of have to survive through.
How do you reckon you can initiate these missions? Is it going to be Assassin's Creed where you go up to a character and it like gives you a pop of what this mission's going to do? Or do you reckon it'll be Assassin's Creed where you start talking to this person? No, Skyrim, where you start talking to this person and then you get put into a quest?
I doubt it's going to be Skyrim where you start talking to people and doing that, because there's not many people in Mordor, and if they are in Mordor, then they're kind of evil. They're not exactly right in the head. So I doubt it's going to be. I think it's kind of going to be set by different people, but there could be some missions that you could come across dynamically, like you could run across and see, like, I don't know, like a dead Varg.
Or it could be like one mission the guy gives you a tip, or like it's a follow-on quest. Like your main quest says, "Oh, if you need help, go talk to this guy," but that's only if you want to.
Yeah.
Carry on. And when you go to that guy, do help him. Then he says, "Oh, thank you for the help. Here's something," and then you go help another guy. And there are options of where we can do sideways. It links together quest-wise that way. And
yeah.
So we don't know yet. This is a lot of stuff we did not expect.
Exactly.
Way of achievements.
Like when to be honest, like when I thought about missions and quests and stuff like that in Shadow of Mordor, I didn't see it as the priority of the game. The priority of the game I always saw as a nemesis system, utilising orcs to get your way that way, kind of making your own story, and that's there. And also you got all these missions to do as well. So there's so much to do.
I reckon. Do you say 25-hour main quest?
That was just the main quest, yeah.
I reckon this game could push 100 hours if you really want to.
It could do well. It could go on infinite, because if you really wanted to, because you could just keep going on utilising orcs, building up your own empire in Mordor, basically. And then one of the last ones that kind of caught my eye was that it said collect 100% of artifacts and listen to their memories.
What? Do artifacts have memories in them in Lord of the Rings? I don't really
no, I think it's going to be this. I think is going to be treats for the lore nerds. I'm pointing to myself, and I think it could be something, say, like if you find something that is from like.
This is where they could have movie cameo kind of shit in.
Possibly.
Maybe if you get a cameo, you hear a memory of Gandalf or something.
Yeah,
like that.
or the battle at Mount Doom 2,000 years ago with Lord Elrond. Like you see, like maybe a tiny fragment of Isildur's sword, which is the broken. Do you know the broken sword, George? That they showed the scene about 20 times. Maybe a small fragment of that you find, and then you see a little bit of a cutscene and few cameos from a few characters in their memories, and that would be that I can see as an understandable way, because you opt into listening to them, and it's a little bit of a treat as well.
And it doesn't really affect the gameplay. It's just
exactly.
It's just like Easter eggs. They're literally Easter eggs. These
exactly.
are what Easter eggs are. They're little Call of Duty Zombies did this in The Rise. If you there's like you could either play the game, but there was a huge storyline in Call of Duty Zombies, which is an Easter egg. And in The Rise, if you went into this far corner, lay down and hold down square on this radio, which is in the corner, it will play this audio recording of can't remember what's his name, something like that. Professor Maxis. Dr. Maxis, who was the person who made the zombies, and of what he was thinking and stuff, and he gave you a bit of insight of the story and stuff, lore-wise, history-wise, and maybe this is what they're going with. But would it be like recordings of voices, or would you actually get like a flashback kind of?
He said listen, so I think it's probably going to be recording of voices, but you never know. It's something that you'll probably find out in the game, because I didn't expect any of these kind of things to be in the game. This is
one thing I would do. Since Skyrim, with these kind of games, I always play with subtitles on. I always do. I like playing with subtitles, and I like hearing what people are saying in the background, because sometimes they can be quite decent. And especially
video games, I just have subtitles on, and TV, I just can't stand to have it on. It's just
because they put with TV, they do subtitles before they've said them.
Yeah.
With games, it goes along with a voice because it's really easy to do. But with TV, they have to prepare what the guys, they have to do after what they've said, so it doesn't mix up with voice. So when you read with subtitles, look at the guy's face, it does not make sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So so that's like we've seen different kinds of missions which you weren't expecting. There's 41 trophies. You can go check some of them out. There's some good little relations to the films. Like there's one mission, one trophy called Fly You Fools, which is something like Ride a Wag or something like that.
These are the things I'm happy with cameo-wise with the movies. They're like the little cool like snippets. Like if you like Lord of the Rings movies, I get the reference.
Yeah, exactly.
But it doesn't actually affect the gameplay.
Exactly. It's not something like you're walking across and then you see Gandalf going like go over there. There's nothing stupid like that. It's actually like you're finding something from the past, and then you look at it and it's got a little bit of a memory inside for like the game player to experience.
Reference. That's the worst my list was there. Reference of the actual movie, which only a few people understand. And when you were TV, like, what the fuck does that mean? But if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you're like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So
I presume most people playing this game, unless it becomes a huge hit where those people end up playing it, should understand the reference.
Yeah. And so yeah. Should we go on to the next point?
Yep.
Yeah, there's this is just a small bit of news that on the wiki that Monolith have released an interactive Mordor map, which shows you the entirety of Mordor, which was actually released last week, and I touched upon it, but they added a new feature to it where you can create your own story of what you're planning to do when the game comes out. And you can click on the location, what you plan on doing here and that, and some of them are actually pretty good. Like I was reading one of them. He plans on going to the sea and earning, getting like some like fish or something like that to kind of hunt, and then taking over some orcs in that area to keep track of his fish supplies, so that he'll never run out of fish or something like that. So like there's some little good ones. It's just like a little feature. If you want to go on that, the link again is in the description.
I'm trying to find it. I want to see it. Oh, here it is. I'm on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And like
Buy this. Does the map show how big the world is? Does it like show you like this game can be fucking huge?
No, it just shows a map of Mordor, and then it says make your Mordor story.
I don't know if you create your own map, it shows like everything. So it's American map. It is.
Yeah, and then you can use custom map, and then fan fictions from the Black Gate, and then you can do.
It shows the events of the actual history as well, isn't it?
Exactly. It's
only XV1II, but only of the exit. And it shows those on this.
Yeah, it's a good little feature. Like they add it in where it was just the map, and now they've added like a bit more to it. So if you want to check that out, it's a bit interesting. It shows you like places like Gorgoth and places like that in there, and everything.
It always seems to happen to the northwest.
Well, because of like Barad-dûr and Mount Doom and that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and that's the part of Mordor that you see in the films, there's so much more to discover that people don't really know about, and like that is going to be exciting, as I say, as I've said many a time on this. Be prepared for how big Mordor is actually going to be, and like how much of it you're not going to recognise. Yeah, well, should we and George now going to have a little bit of a hot topic debate? For about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll go into our community segment. Has Shadow of Mordor getting bigger, getting more hype than you ever expected?
In a way, yes. In a way, no. Because the thing is, I go on Reddit a lot, gaming Reddit, which is absolute dire shit because it's just full of irrelevant memes. But you can already tell the gist of the hypeness of the game. And Shadow of Mordor very rarely reaches the front page, but now and then you do see a trailer. But it seems like critics are getting this. It's getting all these awards that Gamescom is up for awarding Gamescom for best PS4 game. It's up for a lot. It's getting a lot more recognition than E4. It's getting a lot more awards, so it must be getting a lot of hype with the press and stuff. So eventually that will push them to people, and if a couple of YouTubers start saying it, get Let's Plays, it will get big. If the game's good, it's just inevitable.
Yeah, for me, it's got. Well, when I started off, do you know when you first told me about it?
Yeah, it's definitely got biggest from where we started off. When we started off, not many people knew about it. Like,
exactly.
I only found out because my mates in college talking about it, and it's.
And then I found out because of you, and then I looked at it, and then I thought, and then I looked at Alpha again, and I was like, it looks good actually. Like I'm a bit looking forward to this. It's different than what we normally expecting from Lord of the Rings games, and it seemed to kind of form this kind of like little. It seemed like a cult following, if you know what I mean. Like people followed the game, like there was like that group of people that followed it, and then it went.
Changed. I tell you what changed. You can tell this by our videos. E3.
Exactly.
If you go through players, I think Connor puts these in playlists because he uploads them, and I bet he does because they're organised. If you go like averagely, it was averaging 100, 150, 200 views.
Exactly. Now we're getting.
We average like 500 plus 1,000. Our biggest one's nearly 2,000 now, and
it is, yeah.
And we've gained 40 odd subscribers in a matter of a month, and it's insane.
Exactly. This game, like a lot of, I know a lot. There's some people like that have like that now subscribed to us have come late because of E3. Like, to be honest, I think Shadow Mordor probably had the best E3 out of the lot. Like that generated a lot of excitement. The Witcher 3 generated a lot of excitement. Like with you, Far Cry 4 generated a lot of excitement. Like them 3 games had like really good ones. When you had games like Fable Legends, which like disappointed a lot of people because it just went to Xbox, and it immediately made me cry.
In Fable only Xbox, it went Fable only Xbox before anyway.
Well, before Journey, but then that wasn't really a proper game, so it was just really.
Fable 3 only on Xbox though.
No.
Wasn't it?
No, it's on PC.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, and then so like It's got quite a bit bigger before when I was anticipating it. Do you know, when we was getting like 100, 150 views, I was thinking like, yeah, it's gonna be a reasonable sized game, but it's not gonna be like the size of what I'm expecting it to be now. And then after E3 and after game conventions and stuff like that,
these crazy amount of subscribers. And
exactly.
Like the fact that we had last week, we had a month less than a month off, and we had to create another S1 Weekly just for questions due to the amount we're getting.
Exactly.
It's insane.
Yeah, and then you get like magazines calling it the darling bud of E3 and things like that. It's kind of showing how good this game's going to be. So that's my answer.
Yep.
Should we go to the community segment then?
Community segment of the week. Yeah. 59 O'Connor.
595 in it. 595.
59.5 O'Connor, yeah, 595. How will difficulty level work in SOM? Will there be a specific percent, or will the game dynamic get higher as you get stronger?
I think it will work in 2 ways. Like George, you were saying with the missions.
Pardon?
Like you were saying earlier, missions.
Missions, like there's some missions, like legendary missions and stuff like. If you want to test yourself, you can do that. But I reckon it will happen dynamically will get harder as you get stronger as well.
Yeah, like with the Nemesis system, like you're gonna have war chiefs at the top, which are going to be extremely hard, and then you're going to have orcs on the lower end of the hierarchy that are going to be easy. And as you get stronger, them easy ones are going to get easier because you're building up more power. But like that though, some easy ones could get harder as you go along if they build up their power. So like everything, it depends on the orc.
So I'm laughing at the next question, which is quite funny.
Oh right, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay, keep going.
So it's going to happen on a broad different ways, in my opinion. But I think missions will happen that wise. There'll be different scales of what you're doing, different activities you're doing. But across the enemies, it depends on They are going to get easier as you go along, because you are getting more powerful, obviously. But some enemies will get harder as you go along, and some will get easier, depending on how you play the game yourself.
Okay, yep. So that's both I'm putting on that one. Next one is my Mark there. Did we make him a god? I'm sure we made him a god.
I can't remember. Just continue.
Mark for Connor in brackets with one N. I remembered.
What a guy! He remembered. What a guy! He put CONOR. I applaud.
Not even McDonald's remember that.
No, I'm a badge that got it wrong.
Not even St. Bede's people who published your Judge remembered that. Martha, we have respect for you. And this is for you. Kind of what place in mod are you most excited to see?
Ooh, that is a good question. There's a few that there's some really good places in Mordor that like people that have only just seen Lord of the Rings like know that. There's good ones like Cirith Ungol, which is good, and like in like Mount Doom, obviously Barad-dûr. That's obviously going to be exciting to see that kind of level of progress. But like I don't know, there's Old Fortress that I'm looking forward to seeing that are in the Silmarillion. But I'm going to go Mount Doom because that is the main place in really the whole of Middle-earth where everything comes to the end in Lord of the Rings. So I'm going to go Mount Doom. I'm going to go the common answer because I'm a phony.
The phony who knows lore, making a channel, making a video series dedicated to Lord of the Rings. You're not
well, it's like if you're a Catholic. Like, there's different important places of Catholic, but the main place is still the Vatican, because that's where the whole thing goes down.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not phony. You're not a phony for it.
There we go. No, I'm not a phony. I'm a smart man for bringing up that point.
It's just like you got all the England football stadiums in England, but Wembley's the main one. You want to go see Wembley?
Boom.
Exactly. There's the main place for everything. There'll be things you want to see, because you see in the books and you've never seen them before, but you get to see them now.
Exactly. There's going to be a lot of ruined fortresses or fortresses that are going to get ruined as time goes on because of the rebuilding of Sauron, and there's going to be a lot of orc towns and stuff. It's going to be interesting and exciting.
Next question: which part of the game story are you looking forward to? In my opinion, there'll be relations between Celebrimbor and Talon. I'm going to agree with that. I believe that will be brilliant and storyline wise, and I'm looking forward to that. So I want to say I agree with him because I want to see because how Troy Baker's making out it's going to be amazing, the storyline between them two.
Yeah, like the acting does look fair. It looks movie quality. It looks impressive. Like I've been impressed by the standard of it, what I've seen so far, and well, it's got me quite excited to be honest with you. But I'd say I'm looking forward to looking at some of the kind of how it pans out between Celebrimbor and Sauron in the Wraith world. And like how Talon's going to get his revenge. There's a lot that kind of go on, but I'm going to say when Celebrimbor and Talion are kind of quelling against Sauron inside the Wraith world, that's what I'm looking forward to most.
Next question is Dwarf Balin. Is that right? Dwarf
Balin, yeah, from The Hobbit.
Yeah. How do you think the dwarves and elves will play a part in the game?
Yeah, we covered this not the last episode, but the episode before. I checked because they are definitely confirmed. Michael Play said in a Q&A at E3, and I don't know. We know the dwarfs do hang around in the north, but like they do sometimes go onto the mountains to see to kind of spy a bit. So maybe you'll get like a few towards the north of Mordor that maybe like crept in and decided to stay there. Maybe something like that. We know that does happen with men in the west and dwarves in the north. So that's probably how the dwarves are going to play. Elves, we know. Well, Celebrimbor an elf. Well, it is an elf wraith. There's going to be a few kind of like blood elves in there, which some people who have seen the films will not understand what they are, but you will find them out soon. Quite exciting people. So that I don't think you're going to see the regular elves of like Elrond and things like that. You're going to see mainly your darker elves.
Mm. Okay, next question is by Stephen Gray.
Steve.
It's Steven. But if you see Michael McIntyre Hello Wembley, you'll get that reference. Hi guys, I've been here since below 10 subscribers.
Yeah, hang on. He deserves a round of applause for
Can I
sticking
say
around.
something? That's what you see on comments of people who have like a million subscribers. Guys, I've been here since below 10 subscribers, and it makes me feel big. Like got a person who's like making a point. Like
The guy, he's seen the growth, and now he's thinking like, hang on a minute, these guys are getting credit. What about me? I'm in here below 10. I'm just going to make that point. Good guy.
So this guy's been watched at ESO weekly.
The ESO Sunday. He watched that.
Sunday and Roundtable because it references it. And my question, he says, my question is, what game was you looking most forward to? This or ESO? Keep up the great work. We shall. Guys, just carry on. Yeah, guys, and another also says that as the rate appears to the viewer and the narration goes at a pace that everyone can keep it interesting. You guys deserve a lot more subscribers ever since you made the changes to the channel. Thanks. Good guy.
He deserves a round of applause for them comments. What a guy.
Good guy.
Good guy. I'm going to go to you, George, first. What was you most looking forward to, this or ESO?
To be frankly honest, at one point it was ESO, but you know, when I can't decide because my peak right now for this game, I'm looking so forward to it, and it's the same. But ESO, when we build up to the game and we was watching the Law series every night, when we watched
Shadowmore,
we watched
the ESO weekly.
We watched it's.
Tamriel Foundry, watch the Tropos.
We watched so much. We were so looking forward to ESO, and it just makes you. It's full of shit.
It's not.
Well,
it's got the potential. Right,
it's got potential.
First of all, I want to say my point. I want to go. No, I was looking forward. I'm sorry, Shadow of Mordor community, but I was looking forward way more to ESO because The Elder Scrolls is my favourite series, and ESO. Yeah, it's my favourite.
Okay, I'm gonna try my statement. I didn't say ESO was shit. It just that it was disappointing to what we was expecting, and about the bugs and that the quests were a bit boring. But they seem to be fixing it, and I'm gonna renew my membership. I'm gonna give it another month when they announce the justice system, which they haven't announced. I just want it when it gets implemented soon.
Yeah, we'll probably. I'll probably do it in probably after the kind of like September October spending spree that I'm gonna have. I'll probably do it after that, and then have a month, judge it by that, and if I'm enjoying it, then I might stick with it. But I do know a few people have gone by, like Aaron Ziegler. He's gone back and he said he's enjoying it more now. Like, I prefer the Elder Scrolls Online. I was so looking forward to that, but I do admit this, that I have a lot more faith in this game than what I did in the Elder Scrolls Online.
Like, there was a matter of doubt with ESO.
Exactly. Like we did say to each other a lot that there is a chance. There's quite a bit of chance that this game could fail. Like when we'd watch Shoddycast, they'd always say this game could fail. This game could flop completely. This game's got this and that which could succeed, but when it comes to the game, it could be iffy. And like it turned out to be the case at launch. Hopefully they'll figure it out and sort it out, because I do think ZeniMax is a good developer. If you watch my review, I did say that quite a number of times. They do listen to the fans quite a lot, but it's just ZeniMax Media Incorporated. It just money hauls and just want all the money to themselves.
It's like that with many companies like EA and Call of Duty and.
Except who's making Far Cry? Ubisoft, because they're letting co-op for 2 hours in it or something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
you get 10 keys, so I'm hoping you can just use that 10 keys on the same person.
Yeah.
So I've only got one.
20 hours for free.
Which ain't bad.
I'll be buying the game anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I'm saying it's not a bad thing, at least for giving you the opportunity that you may try
it. It's
better
a revolution.
it's better than not letting them try it at all. How they said that originally, I thought they was going to say, "Oh, you make them play as long as you want," but then looking back over it, that's losing them money. And the way they're doing it is actually really smart at a business point, because this guy's going to play for 2 hours and think, "Shit, this game's fun," and then go and pay 40 quid for the actual game. So for a business way, it's really smart by Far Cry. Ubisoft, fair play. I applaud it.
Yeah, but anyway, for going back to Elder Scrolls Online, is that I was the hype for that game was I was enjoying it all. Like, I couldn't wait.
The thing is, what proves that we've got Elder Scrolls Online T-shirts.
Exactly. Like, I'm wearing one actually right now. I actually am. I'll show you it. I'll show you it. Can you see?
Wait.
Look, I'm wearing it right now. Look.
I remember that's your one from the pre-order one.
Yeah,
I
when I got the game.
remember Eurogamer. We went to Eurogamer last year solely for the fact that we could play ESO and have a little go on PS4. Like you should have seen us when we got into
We
the.
ran all the way.
It was car. We went. We were, as soon as we were allowed in, because we got at 11 o'clock. We ran straight to the ESO booth, and we got to play within 30 minutes on it.
Yeah, and exactly, and like we was and that and what we played in the beta was good because until like level 11, 12, the game is, I think, it's fun. And then once you get past that stage, everything's repetitive and it gets a bit boring.
Mm.
And then, but like,
yeah,
but like everything, that's got the potential to change if they change the problems it had with combat and stuff like that.
Like Diablo 3. No, Diablo 3 is it? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Reaper of Souls, that's fixed it.
Like Diablo 3 supposedly was a really big flop when they did Reaper of Souls, and fans love it now. With Diablo 2 fans like, oh my god, the Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls is brilliant now, but the original one was shit. So it proves that they can fix it, and they are fixing it with a justice system, this guild customization. But that's really cool, by the way. Have you seen it? The thing where you can dye your own all your shit, and you can make your like logos, and
it will be good. And like anything, if you and any MMO that I've played, if you join a good guild and you start playing around with them, it is always fun.
I can't remember what guild I was in on the ESO.
Band of Cats.
Band of Cats. I got talking to them quite a bit. It was quite good. There was like 30 of us, and we just got talking. It was quite nice. It was quite good.
But there was like going into that build up though of the game. There was some. We was
following it for a year, man. Yeah, for the year.
No, we started following it end of May when we nearly finished, and you come round to my house for Game of Games. We was talking about Skyrim. We were playing a bit, and you were like, "Have you heard else?" I was like, "I've heard about it." Yeah, it's like I haven't really looked into it though. And we looked into it a little bit like over the weekend, and we found the Shoddy Cast.
We were linking videos to each other on Facebook, and
we watched 21 Reasons, and we went to the website and was like, "Oh my god,
that was the born.
Do this game."
But without ESO, to be frankly honest, we wouldn't be here.
No, without Shoddycast.
To
be honest, I still listen to Shoddycast ESO weekly now. I don't even like the game.
We do. Like
I was listening to it earlier today.
when Connor goes over to mine, because we do it quite casually to do when we want to do like go through like Eurogamer live stuff and like that. He comes over because today at night we organise a lot of shit with YouTube rides, and we play FIFA. While we play FIFA, in the background we have SOM Weekly playing.
ESO Weekly.
ESO Weekly, sorry.
We don't listen to ourselves. Like, look how good we are. We are incredible.
I've never watched a full video of myself. I've never done it. I've watched it to see for qualities for the first few minutes. See, oh, okay, the quality's decent. I'm happy with this. And then I watched The Last of Us Law, which is one of my favourite videos I've read. I need to go watch it because it's only got like 100 views.
Yeah.
I really should have reposted them with Last of Us read it right now because it's got a bit of hype going around with Last of Us right now. But oh well. But yeah, it's ESO Weekly. It was so how Shoddycast do it, and we're like, to be frankly honest, we're copying Shoddycast. Our channel, we've got a weekly podcast about a game and a law series about the universe of that game.
Yeah, but like
we don't want to know that we're copying Shoddycast, but they're an inspiration to us. Like,
yeah, but like
they're YouTube inspiration. We want to be want to be them. Like their audience is like an audience we want.
Yeah, but I think copying's a bit of a.
Yeah, we don't copy them. We don't copy them. We inspire. We've got inspiration from them.
We thought we saw what they were doing like in the news. Like we didn't inspire to do that. We thought like we'd play a few games, have fun, release them on the internet and stuff like that. And then we thought like we're not like in this community. We want to do something different. We want to do kind of like
a podcast.
A news. Yeah, exactly.
Podcast. Editing is fun, like Lord of the Rings video editing is fun, review editing fun, but we do them once every few weeks, and like Connor was saying, the reason why I stopped was FIFA series because the editing got so repetitive and boring, and you just didn't want to go up and play FIFA because you didn't want to edit kind of style.
Exactly, I had like too much FIFA to play, and because I was enjoying doing my career mode, but then I was like having to stop, just so I could. Like just so I could edit it, and the videos weren't that good anymore. And so I thought, nah, let's just stop. Like, whereas this is kept going and going.
Podcast, it doesn't take long to edit. It doesn't take long to do. Well, it takes an hour to do. Well, for my side, it takes kind of like an extra half an hour, because you need to get the news articles and gather together for you guys.
Yeah.
But it's so fun doing it, and the community segment is probably my favourite part of this. So
Yeah.
I like the realization that there's people who watch us throughout the whole thing, because sometimes we reference things 45 minutes in, and like, God, that's brilliant, and it makes me feel like we're doing something which is helping get the community and informing people.
And we're getting shout outs from developers. We've grown massively because of this game. So it's not like we're saying we're not looking forward to this game. Oh well, I'm incredibly excited for this game. I've got a lot of faith in Monolith and this game.
It's just that ESO had
massively.
so much. We just
delve ourselves into it. And if I'm going to be honest, would I go back to like a year ago when we were just starting to getting into it quite heavily? I would go back any day. I would just go. Yes, I'd go back because it was that much fun.
I wouldn't say go back, but I'd like to bring it forward. So like,
well, you know what I mean. Yeah, I know, but I would.
I'm looking at my old laptop now. There's an ESO sticker on the back of my case.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
I've got Elder Scrolls posters on my wall. I've got ESO. I was looking so forward to it,
and like, to be honest, like
it was good, but it just wasn't indulging enough to keep me paying enough for £9 a month.
Exactly. If it wasn't £9 a month, which it shouldn't have been, but if it wasn't, and you could just pay the box fee and carry playing, I'd probably dip into it every now and again, see how it's doing and stuff like that. There's no point paying a £9 every single month
for a game that isn't worth £9 a month. It's worth a box fee. That's what I say.
Exactly.
It's worth a box fee and maybe £2 a month maximum.
Yeah.
But it's not worth £9. If they bring enough content out, if they fix all the things we want, I may think it's worth £9. But right now, it's not worth £9, and that's the issue.
Yeah, and for me personally, I've played like Lord of the Rings Online, DC Universe Online, World of Warcraft.
Have you seen the new World of Warcraft expansion pack trailer?
Right. No, but I'll have a look at it soon. But no, so so I think that's kind of that. Like we rambled on a little bit there. We were spoken for about 7 minutes.
Oh well.
But we have
longer videos. You get longer videos.
Yeah, we now have an announcement to make.
Okay. We've been getting requests to upload more because we upload one video a week right now, maybe two with our series, and people are saying that if we want to grow, and which we do obviously, but we're happy with what we got right now. We're incredibly happy.
To be honest, I'd like to upload more. So this is how it's come around. This is how it's come around.
Like I keep thinking we're going to do another 2 game news stories.
Yeah. I've had 3 different recommendations. 2 on Reddit. We've had 2 on Reddit. 1 on YouTube saying, do more games. Like go into different news because we're broadcasting it well. Do different games. And do you want to say which games we're doing, George?
Because we didn't want to do any games. We've got requests for games like coming out late this year.
Yeah, like Destiny. We got games like Destiny and Far Cry 4.
The majority of the news is already out there, especially Destiny. But people have played the game with the beta was out, so there's no point of doing that. We wanted to do games that are coming out mid 2015, where we've got enough time to release news to you in a slow pace, enough pace in the way you'd like to enjoy it, and the stuff like that. So we've decided on 2 games. Were Witcher 3, which is a huge game, and Connor's completed Witcher 2 on you.
And Witcher 1. I've completed that not long ago.
So Connor's got quite an in-depth thing, and I've got on my Steam, so I'll boot that up. And Uncharted 4 for one PS4, which is looking the thing we've seen.
End. I've been watching some stuff on it, and it looks really good, and we're going to be covering them 2 games, and the schedule is going to be, and it's going to start this Monday. Monday is going to be The Witcher 3. Wednesday is going to be Uncharted 4, and Friday is going to be The Witcher. And if you've got any questions for The Witcher or Uncharted, put them in YouTube, send them to our Gmail. For the time being, put them on the Shadow of Mordor wiki. Do whatever. But
if you're doing Shadow of Mordor weekly, PM him.
Yeah.
Because we don't want random things on our topics with people like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, well, the PM me anyway, because the comment system don't really work. So
I like Uncharted. I ain't got a PS3 more. I was going to replay the games, but I can't. But I've got one on my PS3. I'll replay that. And I'm going to watch all the playthroughs of a YouTuber who is interested enough to make me intrigued to watch all the playthroughs. Yeah. And I watched some wiki stuff to get some lore background of the background of the game and stuff. So we're not going. We will be doing it because it does look really good, and I was
And,
gonna consider do Battlefield 4, but it's not enough get news coming out at this time. So that maybe one added after Witcher, maybe or something like that. But
we'll see at the time. Like, there's a lot. Maybe after Shadow of Mordor's come out, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So
for the time being, it's going to be these 3 games, and like we're just expanding.
3 games: Lord of the Rings lore and game reviews.
That's still going.
And movie talk will return eventually when we get scheduled to actually see a film, which we want to see Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm gonna talk to you in a minute. So we'll finish it off the episode first.
I like doing the outro of Shadow Mordor week. I've got like a 5-week streak, and you added on anyway. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, this bloody like 20th episode of Shadow Mordor Weekly, something insane like that. We keep subscribing because we're amazing at how much support you're giving us, and we want to keep it seeing growing. And like, comment, subscribe.
And also, subscribe to join the fellow Degorans. Goodbye.